My mother-in-law tried to take over my wedding plans. Alright, so I knew my fiancé's family was a bit much, but I wasn't prepared for the level of drama they could conjure up. Let's call my mother-in-law Judy. Picture a woman from a 90s sitcom, but instead of comedic relief, she's the chaotic villain. We live in Denver, and when my fiancé Ryan proposed, I was over the moon. I imagined an intimate ceremony, maybe something small in a pretty spot in Rocky Mountain National Park, you know? Simple, but meaningful. Judy, however, had other plans. The moment she heard the word engagement, she was already flipping through bridal magazines and scheduling dress fittings at Kleinfeld, like we were on some bridal reality show. At first I thought, okay, maybe she's just excited. Nope, turns out she was planning a full-blown, over-the-top extravaganza that could rival a celebrity wedding. And here's the kicker, she didn't just want to help, she wanted full control. She talked about hiring a live band from LA, chandeliers in a rented ballroom, and suggested a guest list of people neither of us even knew. All the while, she kept referring to it as our wedding, as if Ryan and I were just guests. I tried to assert myself. I mean, it was our big day after all. But every time I said no to an idea, Judy would scoff, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. Oh dear, you'll change your mind once you see how lovely it is. It was infuriating. The breaking point came when I found out she booked a 4-tier cake, get this, decorated in a theme based on her favorite TV show. Yeah, she actually did that. I confronted Ryan, who, bless him, was stuck in the world's worst mother-son guilt trip. He was torn between his mom and me, but even he knew it had gone too far, so I decided it was time to fight fire with fire. I called Judy and told her we'd love to have a small brunch soon, just a casual pre-wedding hangout. Little did she know, it wasn't for wedding planning. On the day, I invited Ryan's sister, who secretly thought the whole situation was as ridiculous as I did, and even Judy's best friend who'd been caught in the crosshairs of Judy's antics before, over mimosas. I casually brought up how Ryan and I decided to have a courthouse wedding. I could see Judy's eyes widen, almost like someone had just cut off her prized cable connection. But what about the plans? She spluttered, her voice higher than the Denver skyline. I smiled sweetly. Yeah, turns out we wanted to be just about us. The room was silent for a second. Then Judy's best friend burst into laughter. Judy's face turned crimson, but she knew she couldn't argue in front of everyone. Her friend looked at her and said, "Sometimes less is more, Judy. Maybe you can let them have this one." Judy sputtered a few objections but quickly realized she was cornered. The rest of the brunch was awkwardly delightful as Judy tried to regain control, but there was nothing she could do. Ryan and I ended up having the small ceremony we wanted, and the park backdrop was more beautiful than any ballroom. Judy eventually came around, though not without making passive-aggressive comments whenever wedding photos came up, but honestly, it was all worth it just to see the look on her face when she realized she wasn't the star of this show. So folks, if you've got an overbearing in-law, you know what they say. Sometimes all it takes is a little brunch with a side of reality check.